right, so today we are going to do a little demonstration of how to make a performance-ready cinnamon roll bun. So I have Gracie here as my model, my lovely model, and first we're going to talk about where the bun should be set on the head. So you want to find the crown of the head. My favorite method for doing this is kind of taking the angle of the ears. Put your hands on either side, so you might want to see, you kind of see lovely angle right here, and we'll want to put the ponytail right about at the top. And it's important that you can still see some of the bun when her head is forward, otherwise she'll look like she has no hair on stage. And we also want to elongate the line of her neck as well. So for this, you'll need a few supplies. You'll want to have a nice paddle brush. I also recommend like a fine tooth comb for getting some extra wispies. You'll want to find rubber bands that match the hair color of the dancer. I also like to use the really long bobby pins as well. I couldn't find blonde ones for today, but you can find them for your own hair color. Today we have black ones. And then you'll also want the smaller bobby pins as well for some fine tuning. You'll also want a hairnet that's in the same hair color as your dancer. And I also like to use a good extra hold hairspray as well beforehand when I'm getting ready. And then when we're at the theater, then it's better to do touch-ups with gel. It just kind of keeps everything a little cleaner. So we've already kind of established where the crown of her hair or her head is. So we'll get started. And the nice thing about this bun too is it doesn't really matter how long the dancer's hair is. It works well for most hair lengths. This bun is good for performances, but it's also a very good bun for class as well. And it's a very nice flat bun, which is important in ballet. You don't want to have a big knot on top of your hair. So let's see. So we found about where we want it. So first I brush her hair up into the high ponytail. Can you hold this for me, Gracie? Be my assistant that way too. And I prefer buns with no parts. I feel like that just makes it a little bit easier and cleaner. Sorry if I pull your hair. I don't mean to. That's fine. So easy going. There you go. So it's generally pulled up nice and flat. For thicker hair, it's good to use 2 rubber bands, but I think for today we'll be fine with just 1. And then you want to pull it nice and tight. And before we get started on making the actual bun, we're going to do a little bit of fine tuning. So this is when you'll want your hairspray. I usually like to start on one side of the head and kind of work my way over. And you can be pretty generous with the hairspray at this point. Then I take my fine tooth comb and I pull the hair up towards the ponytail holder and I kind of smooth it out with my hand as I go. I'll do this all the way around. Feel cold on your ears. It's especially important to get it underneath the ponytail as well, because we get a lot of wispies under here. So see, just keep pulling it up. Try to get all the wispies. I'll go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Oops, can you hold your hair for me, Miss Gracie? Thank you. Usually most dancers have a few extra hairs on the bottom anyways. So I'll take one of these, or actually two of these little bobby pins. You actually want the wavy side down. It helps lock them a little bit better. So we'll take one right there. And then we'll lock it on the other side. So wavy side down. Just like that, so it's nice crisscross. And now we can do the actual bun building. So we're going to split it into 2 even sections. Sorry, Gracie, I'm going to wheel you closer to my table. You get to move all over the place. And then we'll start our twisting. So I'll take the first side. I'll start to twist it. And I'll twist it around the ponytail holder and all the way underneath, but I'll leave a little bit of a gap. Then I take my other hand and I press the bun down so it kind of flattens out a little bit. And then I do, again, flat side up for these bobby pins. And push it in. You want to try to get it through the ponytail holder as flat as possible. It's okay if these ones stick out a little bit at first on the other side because we'll be building the rest of the bun around. Go all the way around. It's underneath, whoops. Rogue bobby pin. I kind of anchor it on the bottom too. So that's a pretty good base. So then I take the second half, make sure it's nice and smooth, and I start doing the same kind of twist. So I twist it, and then I start looping it around the first one. And again, pressing down as I go to try to flatten it out. Pinning all the way around. There will be lots of bobby pins in her hair by the end. You can also kind of take it and flip it. Oops, this guy's just sticking out a little too much. So I have a spot that's kind of becoming a little loose right here. So I'll take another small bobby pin. I put it in, and then I draw it towards her bun. Try to get close to the base of her bun. And I continue the twist. Some more out for me. So then you'll come to a point where you'll have 2 smaller ends, and at this point you can join them together into one roll. So then it's a seamless transition. Is that enough? It's probably pretty good. Thank you, Gracie. Twist, twist, twist. Then as it gets really skinny, you can kind of start putting it underneath a little tiny bit. And you can keep using the big bobby pins if you want. Or at this point you can take the smaller bobby pins kind of catch the hair and then you flip it. Let's go ahead and turn you around a little bit. So again, I'm taking those small pieces, I'm kind of tucking it under the main roll. And then I take the smaller bobby pin, I catch it on the flat side, and then flip it. Good, I still have a few bobby pins that were sticking out in the center. All right, so now her bun is pretty nice and neat and clean. So I'll take the hairnet and I'll wrap it around and I'll give it a little twist. Usually you can get at least 3 times around. And if there's extra, then you kind of just keep wrapping it around so it's hidden. And then I take the smaller bobby pins and I catch a little bit of hair and hairnet. And I usually just pin 1 each of the 4 sides. And this is again an opportunity to keep kind of making the bun a little flatter. Catching more hair, flattening. Oh, that guy is not happy. Oh, he'll just come out everywhere. Let's use a smaller one. And let's do one more on top. Right, excellent. There we go. And you can smooth out a little tiny bit more. Some areas if you need to. Usually there's always one section of hair where dancers are used to having a natural part in their hair, so we have to fight it a little tiny bit. But there you go, again, pulling it nice and close. And then we do, for good measure, because you can't have enough of this stuff, 0 wispies. And there you go, Miss Gracie. She's got a perfect ballet bun performance ready bun. Thank you.